Welcome back to another FIFA 23 Pro Clubs player build video. Today we'll be looking at this Jude Bellingham center mid build that I've created. I've had a lot of people in my comments request a Bellingham build, and he just recently transferred from Dortmund to Real Madrid, one of the biggest transfers of this summer transfer window so far. He has yet to play for Real Madrid. He will at the start of the new season. This build will be best more for the box-to-box type of role, getting up the field, helping out in offense, and then also working back on defense, just being all over the field. Looking at the position, height, and weight, you're going to be listed as a CM for this build. The height, 6 foot. I believe on FIFA he is listed at 6'1", so you could also go 6'1". The attributes will change a little bit, not much. And then if you're going to go 6'1", you also could just go 6'2", be an inch taller, and have the same exact stats as 6'1". But I decided to just go 6 foot. For the weight, I went 119 pounds. So the lowest weight section, anywhere in between 119 and 99 pounds, you are good to go. This will give you more of the skinnier, lean type of body type that he has. Preferred foot is right-footed. That's because he is right-footed in real life. Let's now take a look at some of the clips that I got with this build before we take a look at the perk page. I had a great time while using this Bellingham build, and that's mostly because I just like playing the center mid position. It's probably my favorite position to play in pro clubs as more of a box-to-box where I can just play both sides of the ball, and this build is well-rounded, so it can really do anything you'd like it to do. So for the first perk, I have Skill Dribbler, and this will just make the build feel way better when on the ball. And then it'll give you the permanent flare trait. It'll give a ton of upgrades to all the dribbling attributes on the dribbling page. So it's much needed for this build. Definitely keep Skill Dribbler. You'll need it because of how we allocated the skill points on the skill tree, especially the dribbling page. The second perk is Precision Pass. Same with Skill Dribbler. I didn't go for hardly any upgrades, if any at all actually, on the passing page towards short pass and long pass. And that's because we're relying on precision pass, and center mids luckily already have pretty decent base passing attributes. So precision pass will upgrade the short pass and long pass a lot, and then it'll give you the swerve and flare traits, which are nice. And then it'll also give you the 5-star weak foot ability, which isn't important on this build because I decided to go for the 5-star weak foot anyways. For the third perk, I have Chase Down. I use this on a lot of my midfielders and defender builds. Chase Down is one of the best perks in the game. Defender is quicker to recover and chase back when possession changes. You are just so much faster and quicker for that short duration and activates, and you can get a lot of ball recoveries for your team because of Chase Down and make up for a lot of mistakes that your teammates might make or you might make, just because you can recover really quick and get the ball back as soon as possible. It's great for a midfielder, especially a box-to-box type of build. But if you wanted to take Chase Down off, one of the next best options, I think, would be physical strength. I think the strength and jumping are both like in the low to mid 80s on the skill tree. So I believe that'll max out the strength to 99 once you put physical strength on it, because I think physical strength gives you plus 30 strength, which is pretty ridiculous. And then it'll give you plus 15 jumping, I believe. So the jumping will be in like the high 90s. Some other options could be interceptor or ball winner if you want to be even more defensive. Threaded pass, light passes, active first touch. Other than that, maybe like distance shooter or poacher if you want to try and get in the box and really score a lot of goals. As a midfielder with poacher, I've never really used that perk on a midfielder build, but I really like these perks on this build. So let's head on over to the skill tree now. One of the best things about this Bellingham build is the 98 stamina. You can run all over the field without having to worry much about your stamina, which is great as a box-to-box midfielder. So on the right side, I'm really just going for some stamina. On this second section right here, I got +4 reactions and then went all the way down to the acrobat archetype. So we have 82 jumping, 98 stamina. And like I said, if you want to take off chase down, you could go physical strength and bump up the strength and jumping even more. On the left, we're just going for some strength, getting some more reactions. Don't forget about these reactions upgrades. So we'll have 92 reactions on the build. And then I'm adding another +3 strength so we can have 81 strength just in case. If you're not going to be using physical strength and just going for the chase down perk, the physicals are still pretty good as a center mid build. And then lastly, +3 aggression so we can at least have 80 aggression on the build. For defending, I went all the way down to the guardian archetype. Interception, stand tackle, and slide tackle are all at 84. And the defensive awareness is maxed at 91. These defensive attributes aren't amazing, but they're great for a box-to-box midfielder where your sole focus isn't just going to be defense like if you were playing CDM or holding mid. You're going to be going forward, helping out on offense. But having these kind of defensive attributes on this box-to-box build will be great. You'll be getting a lot of ball recoveries, especially with the chase down perk on this build. It'll help a ton defensively. The dribbling attributes on this Bellingham build aren't great on the skill tree, but that's when the skill dribbler perk kicks in. Agility, balance, ball control, and dribbling will each be upgraded +15. So you'll add +15 to each of those numbers. So we'll have 95 agility, 93 balance, 99 ball control, and 99 dribbling. When you get in game, the dribbling should feel really good on this build. And I decided to go for 5-star skills, but feel free, if you want to take off this one right here, you can save 5 skill points. And what else I would do is take this attack positioning and agility right above it off, because that is 4 skill points for only +2 agility. You should put those skill points on this agility right here. So you'll have the same agility, but you'll save some skill points. So then you'll have a 6 skill points you could put anywhere else. You could put it on balance. That's the only thing I would put it on if you want to upgrade the dribbling more. Otherwise, I'd put it either on physical, defending, passing, shooting, or pace. Any of the other categories, you'll be good to go with those extra skill points, but I'm going to put it back to the 5-star skills. Similar to what I was talking about with skill dribbler and the dribbling page, the precision pass perk will help this passing page a lot. I didn't go for any long pass or short pass upgrades. They're already pretty good to start out. But the precision pass perk says it gives you +30 long pass and +30 short pass. So we don't need to go for any upgrades. And the long passing and short passing will actually be 99 once you get in game. So on the left side, I just put all my skill points over here, putting some skill points on this +2 crossing and then +3 vision. So we have 87 vision. And then lastly, I wanted the curve at least to 80. So I put 5 skill points on this +5 curve and we have 82 curve. The passing doesn't look great, but once you get in game with that precision pass perk, it'll increase the long pass and short pass a lot, and you can really make some nice passes with this Bellingham build. The shooting is pretty simple. I just went down to both of the archetypes, sniper and finisher, maxing out the shot power at 86. And then on the right, I'm getting some finishing upgrades along with the finisher archetype. And like I said, I do have the 5-star weak foot on this build along with the 5-star skills. So looking at the stats, we have 84 finishing, which is very good for a center mid build. 86 free kicks, 69 heading isn't very good, but I saw Bellingham doesn't have very good heading accuracy on his lower rated card, so I didn't go for any upgrades there, and we didn't really have the skill points for that. 86 shot power, 86 long shots, which I did make a couple long shots, and I think I even hit one off of the crossbar. 75 volleys, which isn't great, but I think that's probably the least important stat along with heading accuracy for this build. You don't really get a whole lot of volley opportunities as a midfielder build. And then 81 penalties. But I really had no problem finishing my chances when I did get an opportunity to score. The pace on this build is 85 exactly, 85 acceleration and 85 sprint speed. This was honestly the biggest problem I had with the build. Not in game, but when I was creating it, because Bellingham on his cards that I saw has a lot more acceleration than sprint speed. and that's really difficult to do in pro clubs this year as a center mid. I could take off this sprint speed and do something like this, 85 acceleration and 82 sprint speed, but I feel like that's a little too slow for pro clubs, especially a box-to-box build. We're going to be running a lot and sprinting a lot. You at least need some decent sprint speed, so I just decided to make the pace completely even. I do wish we could have got the acceleration even higher, and that's the main reason why I have the body type as low as possible, so we can get the acceleration. And then I even went for 6 foot rather than like 6'1" or 6'2", because this will get us the highest acceleration possible at 6 foot and then 119 pounds. But honestly, one of the surprising things about it once I got into game was the pace was a lot faster than I thought it would be. It did not feel like 85 pace. I was chopping people down. The chase down perk obviously did help a lot, but even when the chase down perk wasn't active, it actually felt pretty fast, and I really had no problems in game with the pace at all on this build. So let me know in the comments what you think of this build if you give it a try. Hit that like button on this video for me, and then don't forget to hit that subscribe button on my channel if you haven't already. As always, you all have a great rest of y'all's day, and peace out.